Good night, everyone. I like to gather my thoughts sort of before and after I start the live. Since this is raw and live, I don't personally know what I'm going to speak about until the last minute. And I'm like, okay. And so in this live, I'm going to be discussing what it, I guess, sounds like to be selfish, to be selfless for oneself and for others. I don't even watch that show. Selfish to be selfless. Truthfully, the thought that brought this title to my mind was the thought of work, believe it or not. Yeah. Mind my voice. I did have a nap, but let's get into it. The thought of work. Oh gosh. Okay, the thought of work, laboring. I'll try not to be too selfish. I'll try not to be too self. No, I mean it is what it is. It's raw and uncut. Yeah. So the thought of just work and I mean, how raw will this video be? Because right now I have no. I mean, I'm raw generally. I am, but there's certain things. There's certain things that you just know doesn't need to be said. It's between you and the Lord. I mean, but if anyone would have asked me, of course I would have answered, but it's not something along these matters. It's not, I'm not saying it's not necessary, but clearly it is if it's a topic. And I'm now seeing the more lives that I will make and that I have been making are about unpopular and popular um, thoughts, topics. And here's, I'm sure, one of the top ones. And work is just one scenario, I mean, out of many. Because here's the thing, what makes work unbearable most times? I mean, if all the time, it's the people, right? Like, the building didn't do anything to me. Not at all. It's the people that you're serving, right? Because you're the servant, the caretaker, the laborer in this situation. So it's the darn old people. So it doesn't matter what job that you're in, what field. You can't be away from people unless you literally work remote. Like how I'm right now working, right? I'm working. This is me working in the spirit, as in me doing what I want to do when I want to do it and how I want to do it. I make the decisions. Okay, I'm in control of this, And this will be considered remote because I'm home. I don't have to go anywhere. The luxury, the sanity. Again, the topic is selfish to be selfless. I might even add something to that. To oneself, for others, to others. I already feel some type of way about what I'm about to say, but it's necessary. I believe because it's not scripted that I don't know what I'm about to say, but it's not gonna sound it's gonna sound honest, but it's not gonna sound it's not gonna sound selfless. Mm-mm. It might just sound selfish, but it's necessary. So the first thought was work. It surely was because work is like life to most, or to ones that have no choice to be in these environments to take care of themselves. So again, that's just one scenario. It could just be because again, it's the people. Excuse me. So wherever you are, surrounded by certain, and let's use the right terms, surrounded by different spirits, different entities. We're all mashed together. And you're going to have to be selfish to be selfless. Hmm. You really will. Um, I'm sure I don't really have to tell you this. I'm sure you've been already doing it, being it. But let's get into it, okay? It may again, forewarning you, it's gonna maybe gory. Definitely opening up this door, going through it, the things that you're gonna know to see, because the things I'm going to say, things I'm going to tell you, you're gonna start to see if you have not already. So let's begin. When I think of being selfish, to be selfless in a world of, I mean, filled with, trying to use my words wisely, but again, what's the point of it being raw? When you're in a world full of disgust, yeah, I'm not sure why I tried to filter that out. When you're in a world filled with disgust, disgust could mean just many things. You see a lot. You've been among it. To me, disgust is anything dead, anything decomposing, anything that's not flattering to the eyes, to the mind, to the spirit. I mean, you feel disgusted when you view this. You feel disgusted when you see it. You just feel disgusted. You know, when you think about it, your stomach turns sour and you can't help it. I would, I want to speak in past tense because I don't want to speak it into existence, but I would hate that feeling. Um, Sometimes it would be after I ate something, or maybe me witnessing something so disgusting and me reflect. I mean, I wasn't choosing to, but my mind happened to go there and it turned my stomach. It really turned my stomach sour. And I, that's exactly the expression. It's just, witnessing such disgust in the world. Some things, happen for understandable reasons. You get a cut, you're exercising, you're running, you're having fun, you're playing, and you cut yourself, you scrape your knee. Different levels of what I would see as transformation, healing. In the flesh, at least. But then there's the other side of it, the decaying, the deterioration that ain't meant for nobody's eyes to see. And if so be it, then let it be for your own eyes. I just got a thought, like, let your eyes be for your own body. Let it be so, please. And let me tend to my own. Let me mind my own. I should not even lay my bare my eyes to this, you know. And this could all be avoided. The disgust. Whatever you may find disgusting, it can be avoided by eating better, eating healthier, cleaner. Because as we cleanse, and they call it detox, all the impurities, we flush it out of our system, out of our blood, out of our skin, and it purges, and we're released. We have to stay consistent. I know I do. If I want to see the results, if I don't want to see any deteriorating of my skin, my organs, my mind, body, and soul. But unfortunately, we all fall short of the powers of this world. The evil powers, the things that they're putting in our everyday essentials to keep us alive. And giving us the things that we can't find in nature because it is the same people that are supplying us with these things that took away from finding what we may need, natural remedies in nature. So there's many factors, and we all need to do better for now and for the future, because we can look back and see our ancestors and their issues, their health issues, what it has done and is doing to their body, their mind, their soul. And there's names for these things. They're called diseases, they're called infections. A lot of this, if not all of it, because we believe all of it can be prevented. It doesn't have to exist at all. And I know that it's hard to avoid certain foods, certain products. You may stop using it, stop eating certain things, and then go back to it. And that's because they're also putting things in it, addicting elements for their sense of control. That when they lay down at night, they know they don't have to work too hard because their creation is already working for them. It's already in our system. Yeah. So it isn't easy, but it's about raising your concerns, bringing attention to it for oneself, being selfish to be selfless. You have to. And besides having to for yourself, you I would want to. Every chance I get to remember and not be so distracted when I have time away from laboring. I still have work to do. We still have to work in the spirit. We have to do what our spirit is calling us to do. That's fulfillment. That's how you feel it. I don't feel fulfilled laboring. Now, It's nice to know that I'm helping someone, but am I helping myself? Just because I'm getting a paycheck every 2 weeks, is that really helping me? I mean, it will feel nice when time comes to get paid, but that's temporary, and I'm reliant on laboring to receive such thing that's outside of me. True fulfillment is healing, listening to oneself, being selfish with your time, with your eyes and your ears, your mind. The mind, it's a whole nother topic. So yeah, you have to be selfish to be selfless for yourself and for others. You hear it all the time. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Easy said and done when you have to, because maybe you need the money. And that's an understatement. If it was fair treatment, if this was a fair system, then things would be different. You could go after your dreams much more easily without the thought of not getting paid what you're worth or close to it. And that's a whole nother topic. Going after or being pushed into this one sector because that's where the money is. That's the only career that's lucrative and will be prosperous. Lies. Lies. I say it's lies. Why? Because Christ can make a way. If you believe anything's possible, if it is your heart's desire, you think you think things work out for you. What happens when you actually put your heart into it? What outcomes come from that? I'm sure countless. So when I mentioned disgusting, truthfully, my mind went to the things I see, the things I see at work. And even if I wasn't at work and I maybe were just outside, because it's people. It may not even be people. It could be an animal. It could be a thing. It's like death. It's the not so pretty part of it. And also, it's the unnecessary death. Unnecessary. That's the key word. You shouldn't be seeing such things because they don't have to be. Now let's take it to a whole nother level. To be selfish, to be selfless. What does that mean to you? How does that look? Does it look like not carrying anyone's burdens but your own? And you have a right? That's your right. Remember, you can do whatever you want to do. But until you sign that contract, after that, you're working for whoever's contract it is. Working for someone else, you no longer work for yourself. Now you carry their burdens. And what they're applying to the people, now the people's burdens. This video is not necessarily about the good that comes from being selfless. No, we all know. We all have been selfless. This is about being selfish in order to keep your sanity, to keep going. You say, I gotta leave. Peace. I gotta keep going. It's like, again, they may see it as selfish, but it's to be selflessness. Like, it's to be selfless to oneself. I gotta do this for me. That's where it all ties in. Like, what is truly selflessness? What is truly selfishness? You can't really have one without the other. Because who's to tell you that you're being selfish if you're doing it for you? If you don't want to do it, that's your right. Now, if you can and you choose to, then you do. But you don't have to. Some might say you should want to. Okay, until what extent? Until I'm dead and disgusted? No, you need to take care of yourself. You need to be carrying your own burdens. This needs to be discussed because, like you hear, your comfort zone will not place you in, it will not continue keeping you in this livable situation. I'll watch my words on here. No, not at all. In other words, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna sweet talk you. I'm not going to make it sound good when it's not. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. Nobody wants to hear it because everyone, if the shoe fits, wear it. From my understanding and my bear witnessing, the people I've encountered, it seems as though they have this audacity to feel entitled to think and expect people to hold burdens for them, to hold their own burdens, to take care of them. I've heard people even say the reason why I'm having kids is so that they can take care of me, so that I won't be alone. Like they're so sure. They're so sure that their kids will do those things when again they don't have to. It's not on them. It's you. It's your life. And again, they can, anyone can, but to expect and feel entitled because you may have birthed these individuals, now you were a vessel. This is God's child. Amen. And if they just happen to feel like they want to take care of you, want to take on a burden, and a burden is just something that's heavy. Come on now. People generally have their own burdens, as in they're going through what they're going through. They have to survive each day. They have to eat. They have to take care of their body. They have to maintain just alone. And so to carry and take care of and maintain and not even just want to, but feel you have to another body is crazy. It's crazy. So the last thing I want to hear is that this person feels obligated, that this person's acting entitled. So it needs to be addressed. And that's disgusting to me. That act is disgusting. I would not put up with it. No, I won't. What saves, right? What saves us and others is the heart of a person. This, you know, the heart of that being, the heart that he given us. You know, it's bigger than the physical heart that you call that pumps blood, right? That is pumping inside you. It's bigger than that. That's not, we're speaking spiritually. What gives you that caring way about you? You just care even though you maybe shouldn't, or you don't have to, or you just do. Whatever that is. We want to thank God for it because that's what saves us all from being alone, from not having to carry the burden on our own. Amen. Because everyone needs help sometime. Amen. But we're not, again, we're not focusing on the good part of being, we're not focusing on that. We're not focusing on a good, that type of part of being selfless. No. This is being selfish to be selfless for oneself and one other and others. Keyword selfish. Before it was ever a choice, it was known that you take care of yourself, you take care of your responsibilities because that's what you chosen. And even if you didn't, you find a way. But I mean, here's the thing: it's kind of spread rampant. This deadness, the decomposing. I can't unsee it. It's all around. People dying every day, people sick, and I guess helpless, I should say. And do you know, and if the shoe fits, wear it, that do you know certain individuals would rather have you help them, have you tend to their wounds, their rather than pray to the Father for healing. Mm. I say this because I think about if we were to still be here, for the next generation, how would that look? I'm sure Big Pharma would be everywhere, on every corner. It's time to sound the alarm. I believe we are waking up much more quicker than we have, but the goal is to stay awake, to keep that trumpet sounding. Let's be clear, I understand what a good deed is. A good deed is only good if your intentions are pure. I'm just saying, some people may think, um, and I'm speaking spiritually. Now, physically, you can do the same thing and it be what it is. Doing a good deed is doing a good deed, I suppose, but I mean, there's more to that. I can do a good deed and do it only for the reward. I can do a good deed just because someone's watching me. You see, spiritually, that's not sufficient enough as if you were doing a good deed because you actually cared. You actually wanted to, body and soul. It called you. That's how you know you your natural calling to something because no one has to ask you to do it. No one has to ask for your assistance. You volunteer. We need more people like that in these fields, these careers. When you try to push people into one career because of not treating every career justly, fairly, not paying people enough because one career is looked upon in a certain way is not fair. We need all careers. Most, we have healthcare. And even with healthcare, that's a whole nother topic. That doesn't even have to exist. And that's honestly why I started this. I work in healthcare. It's disgusting. The things you see, the things you have to know, the things you hear. Of course, because these people are coming here. We may have gone there because there's no natural remedy we can find. or there's no natural remedy that we can afford, or we're too far away to get these resources, and etc. They may be underground, and you need a code to access to get these things. Who knows? But these big corporations, they're up and running, and they're running because of taken away from nature. They don't have to exist. They would be non-existent. They would be. So that's why I say I can't just say, oh, we have healthcare. No, we don't have to have healthcare. We could just have nature. Nature be our health, our life, our healer. We in nature are one. We come from nature. So nature is and us should be always connected. Always. We have to reconnect. And if we're not doing that and it's not here for us to have it, healthcare is always going to be here. So we have healthcare. We have, and I'll just name a couple. One that I really do admire: craftsmen, woodmen, carpenters, welders. People that work construction, people that create and mount, people that tend to the yard, tend tend to nature. I admire them. What are they getting paid? How are they being treated? What are their health insurance like? Is it free as it should be? And that's the thing. I gotta pay. I have to pay. We have to pay to be tended to. Not even healed, just tended to. Because only nature can heal us. Only we ourselves can heal us with believing. We can be cured. I'm saying it's possible. I don't know you. I don't know your situation. I don't know your faith. But it's miracles can happen. Miracles do all the time. God is real. Mm. We need to do more. We need to show that we mean it. There needs to be more miracles, right? There's a lot more that you can do for you to see more miracles. Yeah, you can call on Father, you can hope and wish and hope that He can, and He does. But there's things before that you could be doing. We all could, to show Him that we actually mean it. We actually do believe. We actually do prefer Him to treat us, to heal us, to feed us, to clothe us. And if that's not the vision that He sees when He looks down upon us, don't be surprised. When you put your trust in someone, or you expect someone to trust you, you don't expect them to trust you halfway. You feel better to do something for them if they actually have full trust in you. Because what's the point of coming to me then? What's the point of talking with me? What's the point of listening? What's the point of taking my advice if you know deep down that you really don't trust me? Or that you got one foot in, one foot out? Mm. Let alone God, I don't think anyone would prefer a sort of relationship in that way. I wouldn't. It's either you're with me or you're not. That's it. Call it selfish, but it's selfless to oneself. And it's helping you to realize maybe you don't trust me. Maybe you prefer elsewhere if you can't be fully in. Hmm? Picture if you were fully in and you were devoted and you trusted God. What would that look like? What would you be able to receive? I believe it. I believe wondrous things, physically and spiritually. You know, I don't think of this too often, but it has crossed my mind that you're you're building your fortune, whatever that may be to you. Down here, it's a material. It's material things, leaving behind trophies. For who? For what? Who wants that? Who wants that? Something that can be tainted, fainted, and mm, doesn't make sense, does it? But building your fortune spiritually, for me, it's my my dwellings, my dwellings and my dreams, my promise, my the promise He made for me. That's how I see my fortune. Like the closer I get to my dreams, the closer to the promise that He promised me to be reunited with my Father. That's my fortune. And of course, I know that I won't have to worry about anything because I'd be free. In a world of my belief, everything is free to an extent, right? You still have to work for it. You still have to earn it, right? Earn respect. You have to work for it. Um, but for me, at least, nothing that I desire is cost money. Love doesn't cost money. I don't have to give. I don't have to take money for true love, to have it, to give it, to feel it, to be in it, to walk, use my two legs that I was given, created for me. I have the opportunity to walk and walk past a body of water, view it, view nature, sight see the world. I'll have the energy to have energy free, to have the opportunity to see the beauty of creation freely. None of these things cost money. Money doesn't exist in my dreams, in my version, in my highest self. None of that. And even if money did, again, my point is nothing that I desire requires it. Not even down here. Some may say that in order to love, you gotta pay for it. Yeah, but we're talking about true love. True love is someone that known you once upon a dream. True love is someone that knows you. You don't have to explain. You don't have to overthink. You don't have to overdo anything. You don't owe. You don't give. You just be. You just be you. Because that person is expecting to meet who they know you'd be. If they know where you are, like Father knows where He put me, He's coming to you, expecting to see you, expecting to hear from who? You. Because He knows you already. There's a reason why He came to you. There's a reason why He knows exactly where you are. If that wasn't the case, He would not come to you. But a person that has knew you and chooses to stay, chooses to be with you, there's no cost. There's no cost to that. That's why all these conventional things here physically, like a certificate to validate what? A marriage certificate to validate what? Oh, to validate the cost. So, where I'm from and where I'm going is a place of all things natural, all things free. Just like a breeze. It's just easy, it's flowy. Far from this. If I was to get a cut, I would eat from Mother Nature and she would heal me. The body, the system, the spirit is designed to regenerate, renew itself. And all you have to do is just believe in your mind, have faith, be excited, kick your feet up, relax, take care of yourself. It'd be easy, right? So I understand it's not easy down here. It's not. As I previously mentioned, there's things that they're putting in, like the potions. I've spoke about this in my other live, the substances that they put in your food to knowingly keep you addicted, knowing that it's corrupting you. These same things that we're putting in our body. So it's not easy at all. But again, that is why I'm making this effort to speak on it. I live here. As you know, I'm your neighbor. I'm your neighbor, guys. So I'm just like you. I am just like you. There's no partiality. There's no fruit tree in my yard. So to be selfish, to be selfless, is simply to just to know that you can be. Because none of this is your issue, your burden. If it is outside of yourself, it is not. It is not. Remember, we're all making our way to this promised land. We still have to make our way. We can help a brother, we can help a sister, and we can help them along the way. But when it comes to now, we're being stuck. We're now in the same predicament, and while we've helped them, now we're in the same place they were lying in. So, helping one another is necessary, you know, but to take on someone's burden is not. It's not. You have your own. The only burden that you take on is a child because they can't carry their own. You carry them. You let people learn. That's how they learn. I had to learn this. I started realizing it more than ever in the past few years that with people like us, where we like to help, guide, remind, we want people to see, so we'll interpret it in many different concepts with it being the same message. But we do this, and you learn that how would this person ever learn if we're always in the picture? That's how I find that it was necessary for him to put us away, because it wasn't time for all of this to be known. Now that we are unmuted, now that the doors are open, the knowledge is seeping out of every crevice, every dark pit that we've lied in. It's given freely. But before this, do you understand? We all had to hold our own. We all have to walk our path in the way we do it. If we people always was never hidden, never put away. We have this spirit of change. But you have to understand, we have to, I have to understand that this is a whole individual. I know you want the best for them. I know you're just trying to make them see, but they're not you. They have their own mind, and they're going to do it the way they're going to do it, and let them. Because they have to be individually proven worthy by God. You trying to, and it's not even trying to change a person to be like you. It's just you find that your way's working. And we'll leave it there. But if you're that sort of, I guess, monitoring spirit, if you're always there, how will this person ever grow? And that was a revelation. You have to let them be until it is time to tell the truth, until it's time, as it is now. Now the knowledge is just everywhere. Everyone has access to it. Everyone now can teach it, preach it. Everyone, even though they're not appointed. Meaning, people that you may be getting knowledge from may not be the source. They could just been people that heard it from someone, right? And you can say knowledge is knowledge as long as you get it. That's true. But I'm making a point that now that the knowledge is being able to be given, accessed, no longer hidden, there's no longer, and I can truly say there's no longer a need to look down upon us to see who's in the running up. No, we're past that time when everyone was not knowing nothing and everything was hidden. That is when you look down and you see, okay, who has it? Who has it without nothing? We haven't given them anything. They are left in the dark without no understanding or comfort. And who are the people that I can see, that I start to realize has picked up their cross and who's walking with it? Everyone everyone had the same opportunity. But now that this knowledge is free, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference because we're past that stage. And I'm sure that's apparent because all you got to do is Google, YouTube, how to do this, how to be this, what it takes to do this, what it takes to do that, what it takes to look like this, what it takes to get this, get that, get there, have this, all of that, all of that. Where is the sense of individuality? How can I know that this is truly you? This is what your mind would naturally go to. But all this all this access is what it is. So good thing that it aligns with the time because you wouldn't be able to know who's acting in individuality, who's acting in their own strength, who would do this naturally, who wouldn't do it naturally. Back then, there wasn't trends, there wasn't this access. So if someone chose to do something, they were like the first out of many. That was pure intent, that was pure just them. And that is why he is delighted in certain few. When he looks down among the people of the world, he's delighted in you. And I'll leave it there.